Hey, how's it going? Just on the way to Dillon's right now. We're gonna have a nice day out, nice forest outing. Who knows what we're gonna do? Probably go back to the same woods as last time. Take out Sansa. I brought a cook set in water this time so I can actually make tea. And I brought some rice. I forgot the seasonings, but I brought some rice and some beans and maple syrup so I can make some food while I'm out there. And it's very nice out right now. I think it's 1 degree. It's supposed to go up to 3 degrees today. It's really something else right now. So yeah, check back in a bit when I'm there. We're here at the woods, the woods by the cemetery with Dylan and Sansa who's running around. So yeah, now we're just gonna go into the woods and find a nice spot to set up camp, get a fire going, try and make some stuff, maybe a hammer, maybe a spoon. We'll see how the day goes. Yep. What's this? Lots of good seats over here. This area would be pretty perfect.
A lot of areas in here are pretty perfect.
Yeah, look at that. Like right over there though, where those two trees come together.
Wait, like the woods get deeper. Like as we get in, they get wider.
Yeah?
Yeah. How thin this.
That did not go as planned. Fuck. Okay. If people talk shit about wearing jeans in the woods, like, come on, that's the worst kind of pants you could choose. It's like clearly you haven't been hiking through thick, dense brush, because you would understand. Yeah, you and your nylon field pants, they're gonna get torn up. It's gonna be a massacre, and it's gonna cost you money, and it's gonna be extremely inconvenient. Wearing jeans, sure, you might be a little heavier, might be a little hotter, but the amount of the protection it offers. Oh, there she is. My favorite Stark. So I found a piece of art. Wood's instrument. This is how music happens. Looks like these two logs, they're bisecting each other, and there's a big flat stump in the background, so this will be a good spot. I have the campfire right in that corner where Sansa just ran. Right over here. Got a nice big flat stump over here. This looks like a good spot. So I'm gonna clear this area out a bit. Get a fire going. Check back. I don't even think we really need to clear away any snow. We can just put some logs down. So got a sweater. I brought Perun out this time so I could try and whittle away some stuff. Oh yeah, this is what happens when you go camping with a French guy. Brings out the wine. Let's have a toast, mon ami. Oh, I need a cup.
Yes. Surprisingly good wine too.
All right, I'm down. Cheers. A great camp spot, great day. 3 degrees. That's delicious. Right? That's really good. Is this stuff that you bought on mass?
Yep. Got like 30 bottles of it.
Got 30 bottles of this delicious wine. It aged really well. I remember I tried this wine before and it was good, but it wasn't literally remarkably good. I didn't remark upon how good it was, but it got better.
secret. I'll tell you guys the secret. If you want your wine to taste better, you can open it like a day ahead of time. Red wine, as it aerates, it'll taste better. Like even if you pour it through a diffuser or something, it's not quite the same. So I actually drank about half this bottle in the past little while. And then I corked it back up, and while we were hiking, it just got continually aerated in the bag. So like if I was to let it sit another couple of days, it'll probably start to go stale. But for today, it's going to be very, very delicious.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, aerated a bit ahead of time, and then all that air in the bottles just kind of sloshes around together with the wine.
You can see there's actually bubbles on top of it raw.
Yeah.
You guys can't see, but Ian can.
This is for real people only, you camera people. All right, gonna get out the old silky, start cutting up some wood, and then we'll have a fire going. Get some water on the fire. Check back in a minute, guys. It's gonna be awesome.
Like trying to start a fire in -40, right, Ian?
Oh yeah, starting a fire -40 is something that's hard to do, to say the least. Yeah, that's an experience that not many people are going to be aware of. If anyone's watching this and you're thinking about going camping in -40 Cs, just know that the butane in your stove is going to freeze, all your food is going to freeze, and you're not going to be able to get a fire going. So make sure there's a Pizza Hut nearby. You're going to need it.
I don't think I'd want to use this little saw blade for anything more than like a ½ inch diameter.
What was that?
This little saw blade.
Yeah?
It's good, but I don't think I'd want to use it for anything past like a ½ inch diameter.
No, I don't think you would want to either. I'm not really sure what the purpose of those small multi-tool saws are. Can't realistically cut. Anything you could cut with that, you could just snap.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can get a cut where you actually want it, right? Like, I got cleaned up some of these saplings really nicely, but like, for example, if I had a real tool for that kind of thing, like my machete, I'd be done. This would all be clear.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can use Perrun if you want to clear out all the underbrush in our campsite. Oh, who's this? Who's this?
It's a four-legged bear.
It's a four-legged bear.
All bears are four-legged, you dope. That's kind of funny. I haven't been
Yeah, these logs are a bit wet, but it's not the worst thing in the world because they're going to be the base logs. We're just going to put them down. We're just going to put them down flat right next to each other and start the fire on top of them so they're off the snow. So if they burn slowly. It's what is it, like 3 degrees right now, probably 2 or 3 degrees, and it's very hot actually. I double layered. I actually brought a third layer, but I double layered right now just for walking out. And just 2 thin layers, and it's already getting a bit excessive. Just gonna have to put that down. Woo! Yeah, this ought to be good for large logs. Just sawed off most of a tree. I wasn't feeling right when I was out here earlier. When I was cutting down that last tree when I was hiking out here, something was wrong and I couldn't quite place it. Thought, what did I eat for breakfast? Did I have a good sleep? I figured out what it was. I didn't have my trusty suspenders on me, so now I got them back going. I feel great, feel ready to conquer the world. Got my trusty knife on me, my more light my fire, which is actually, I have a pretty cool story about this knife. I got it for Christmas one year. And I was out hiking in the Lost Woods with Dylan one day. This is part of the reason it's called the Lost Woods, actually. And this was last April, Easter. So hiking on the way out, I didn't realize it, but at some point this knife fell out of its sheath, landed on the ground in the middle of the woods. And keep in mind, there's no trails in these woods. Like, it's just crown land, it's just wilderness. I just lost the knife and I came home and I found the empty sheath and I checked in the back of my car. I still haven't checked in the back of his. The knife's gone. Must be in the woods. Crap, never gonna see that again. I kept the sheath, and I'm not even sure why. Several times I thought I ought to throw this out. I'm never gonna need it again. We went back later in the summer, maybe July, and like it was, I don't even know what to say, like an astronomical stroke of luck. But like again, there's no trails. There's no trails in here at all. It's just straight bush. Like the odds of you walking in the same spot twice, very, very, very small. So we're just walking through the woods on our way back to a different campsite than we even went to the first time. And I think it was Dylan. I was walking first, keeping my eyes ahead. Dylan was walking behind me. And he just happened to look at the ground at a random moment. He didn't even know I lost my knife. Just glanced down at the ground, and what does he find? This knife. So he calls me, it's like, hey Ian, look at this. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. That's my knife. He didn't know I lost it. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I lost this knife.
I thought he was messing with me at first.
Yeah, he did. He didn't even believe that I was telling the truth. And then, lo and behold, I had the sheath at home, whatever you want to call this. And I mean, I honestly, I still to this day cannot really believe that happened. The odds that we were walking in the exact same spot, going to a different place, going to a different campsite than we went to the first time. We were different time of the year. It's just unbelievable. And he happened to glance down at just the right moment. It's hard to don't sniff that. It's a saw. You're gonna hurt yourself. But yeah, it's really bizarre. So that's part of the reason we call it Lost Woods, and I'm really fond of this knife now. I mean, not only it was outside in the elements for several months. When I pick it up, it's got a tiny bit of rust on it. It's still razor sharp enough to cut the hair off my arms. And since then, I've used it to open like 3 or 4 cans of beans. Gonna use it to open another can of beans today. Still haven't sharpened it since I got it, and it's still razor sharp. So I mean, I've heard good things about Moras before, but like I'm a convert, honestly. Like after this story, I mean, this particular knife I have the sentimental attachment to now because of what happened. But I mean, just in general, Mora knives are extremely high quality. I mean, they're not full tang. That's the only thing you could say about them is they're not full tang. They're only half tang. But I mean, just the quality of the steel and like the craftsmanship that goes into them. They're very light. They're very affordable. It's just like I think $30. It comes with a fire steel in the back. So that's going to be useful, has been already. And
come as a big surprise to all the viewers, but we're not sponsored by anybody.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, shocker for all my videos that have 5 views, if that. Not sponsored by Mora. I'm just being honest here. Mora and Silky. I'll give it up to Silky too. They make great saws. So, and actually, funny enough, the later that year, walking out of the woods on a different camping trip, I lost my tent. The tent just came unattached from my pack. I somehow didn't realize that my tent fell off, and my tent is now lost somewhere in the Lost Woods, and I doubt it's going to hold up as well as this knife, but hoping, maybe with another divine stroke of luck, we can find that tent again. Probably not, but you never know. One more. Hopefully I actually got my head in these videos. Wouldn't surprise me if I didn't. So I don't think you can see it on the camera, but got a nice there's a nice pile of wood over here. And over here, just off camera, I got all these sticks that aren't broken down yet, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Damn near punched myself in the nuts right there. Time to play this this stick here like a violin. Just after I'm done processing all this wood, we ought to have enough to last us for the rest of the day, I would think. Yep. If a certain russet lab doesn't stop stealing it all. Sorry. Leave the sticks. See, you take a stick, you don't put it back, and then you take another one. Stop taking the sticks. You're creating a mess. Were you raised in a barn?
It's worked out well in the past.
Alright, so the cold's starting to catch up with my camera, so I'm going to take a break from recording for a bit. But there's a dog, and this is the nice pile of wood that I just made. This is the nice fire that Dylan made. Got some apples roasting over top of it. This is a dog that another 2 dogs made. And this is our little campsite. Nice get up. Nice
setup.
Yeah, nice setup. Got my hoodie hanging on the tree there. Got a bunch of firewood and just nice chairs, nice seats. So I'm gonna put my camera in my pocket. Let the warmth recharge to the battery. And yeah, check back with you guys later. Make some tea, maybe some rice and beans. See how she goes. Right now we're just chilling around the campfire. Just enjoying the day. Got some nice tea going. Throw some apples on the fire. And it's gonna have a nice good time. Chill for a little while. Alright, apples are done. Maybe even a little overdone. But just the skin burned off really. I still got this one above the fire. The man and his dog. Alright, this apple is actually amazing. It's very good. Not as good as the wine, but quite a bit better than I expected it to be. Sansa wants to know what it tastes like. She'll find out soon enough. This is it. This is the perfect way to spend an afternoon. It goes positive for a day or two in late January. And you're like, oh, we should get out and enjoy the weather. You know, it's going to go back down to -20 in February. Can you think of a better way? Basically just a small little cup that you get in a case of beer. But it's got a screen at the top so nothing falls out. And yeah, mash up some berries, put them in there. You got berry beer, which I wanna make this year. Just put some blueberries and some Labatt Blue. I mean, blueberries grow. I think they grow wild around here. They grow wild in this part of the world.
You can get raspberries in this woods.
Can you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's drink
That's
some.
where a lot of the thorns we walked through are.
Oh, really? I didn't even know raspberries had thorns. That's cool, man. Like for sure. Let's let's come back here in August and pick some raspberries, put them in our beer. Yeah, it's just throwing the rice on the fire right now. Once the water gets boiling, take it off. Throw in the beans and maple that I got from Forest City Surplus. You can really get them anywhere, but I got them Forest City Surplus. That's where I always get them. Because they're like 5 cents cheaper than everywhere else. Alright, so another side project I got going on while I'm out here is I'm just going to try and whittle away at this. See if I can get it about flat enough to make a spoon out of. And I'll just have a really long handle so I can use it to stir and whatnot. I won't be able to probably carve out the bowl of the spoon today because I just don't have the requisite materials, but if I can just whittle out the basic, like, you know, 2-dimensional shape, I can just carve it out later at my leisure. My saw will probably be very useful for this. Whew, that fire's hot. Okay, so hopefully you can see me in this one. But basically what I was doing, when I said I think the saw will be helpful, is just kind of cut little slits, little notches like that into the wood. And I believe I brought my chisel, but if I didn't, I can just use Perra on my axe and just knock those out. So that'll be a lot easier way of flattening this down into like a nice kind of thin piece than just hacking away at it with an axe would. So it takes some time to cut in these slits because you got to make sure they don't like rotate away from each other too much. It's probably gonna take a couple goes at it. I'll imagine the first go will be totally flat, but it'll be way easier than just whittling it down with an axe or a knife, especially a piece of wood this big and seemingly fresh. Like, check that out. Hopefully it's focusing. If not, then it's a fresh piece of wood. Just take my word for it.
Like an elvish style path instead of a man style path. Does that make any sense?
No, I know what you mean by that. It's going to be way more effort because it's way easier to cut something down than weave it into like a canopy. So I just cut off the notches that I cut, hacked it away with the axe, and I'm actually starting to think that maybe they didn't do that much. We'll try it on the other side just to be sure to see if it goes any easier. You saw how easy the last part went, so it looks like I was wrong about that saw thing. It looks like it comes off just as easy with the axe.
think the saw thing helps more with like if you're using a knife rather than an axe.
Yeah, yeah.
An axe is a really good tool for that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so since I have the axe here, no need for that. So basically I'm going to do this. This is the plan. Just do this so it's even on both sides. I think I over chopped it on one end. I want it to be little anyway. A nice straight piece of wood. So even batoning might be a good idea for this. We'll see. I'll try out a number of things, let you know what works. So this is what I got done so far. You can basically see what I'm going for here, eh? Just kind of make it thin, like a board. Do that with the other side. And then probably carve out the handle today, and you gotta, oh my god, you didn't knock it over, good girl. But yeah, so basically that's it. That's what I'm going for, just all the way through. My battery might die before the end of this, because it's been put in my pocket and it hasn't been recharging like it usually does. So I might have to show you the finished product tomorrow, or I'll get Dylan's footage and just do that all tonight. Oh, good girl, good girl. So the rice is done cooking. Absorbed all that water. It's quite a bit of rice, so gonna throw some beans and maple syrup in there. Now I don't think the beans are actually in maple syrup. For anybody seeing this that's not from Canada, I don't know why it's called that, but it doesn't taste like it's in maple syrup.
The stick would just snap right off like this. Say that again, actually, somebody would explain this.
There they are in all their glory. Here they are going in. This might be the last video, so if it is, peace out from me and Dylan. Had a good night. Alright, just a quick video. Dinner's done. Beans and rice. My spoon is almost done. It's getting there. Got the handle carved out. Just got to carve out the bowl. And got some nice wine. Beans, rice, wine, and a wooden spoon. And a dog. Just taking short, few second videos. Trying to use my battery as much as possible. Just eating around the campfire. It's starting to get a bit chilly again because the sun's going down. But yeah, just enjoying the day. I don't even know what time it is. Don't really care much. Got a nice fire going, got good food going. So I got my plank all chiseled out. This is exactly what I was going for, more or less. And now I'm just gonna carve out the handle. On our way out. Say goodbye to the campsite.
So if you walk along the fields here, that's a huge